Hey guys, welcome back to VinceVells Custom. So today we're going to do a video on why a lot of videos and stuff has been delayed. I'm actually redoing my studio with a new art table. Basically, this table that I've been working on in all my videos is to the point where it's really old, it's running out of space, and I want to utilize this room better. So I figured for 2019, my New Year's resolution was to get in here and build myself a new art desk and really have more room and utilize it and get rid of some of the shelving and just make this place a little bit more cleaner and utilize the space better. So you can see here, this is my videos, this is kind of what I work on all the time. That art table, that right there, this art table that I work on, I had this since art school back in 95 to 98, and it's been with me forever since then. But as of right now, I'm just I just have no more space on it because all the stuff that I'm working on lately is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can see my tools and everything, so I just want to make things a little bit more streamlined. So what's going to happen is this table is gone, that little table right there that has a computer monitor is going to be gone, and this shelf over here is gone. So this is all getting ripped out this weekend. We'll go into the garage in a couple minutes and I'll show you the desk I'm starting to build up and how I came up with the idea. In case if you guys ever want to build yourself a desk, but maybe you don't have the woodworking tools, maybe you don't have the time, but you want to make yourself something that's durable and a lot more space without, you know, going crazy building stuff from scratch or actually going out and paying a lot of money for something. So, you know, that's what's going on there. So you can see all those shelves in the back. I'm going to be cleaning up those. That's where I put all my stacks that I'm working on. They're all kind of moved out of here now into the studio, actually into the garage, getting all of them just cleaned up today. You can see on the floor, since I did a video a while back of how I put these VCT tiles on. So that flooring mat is just linoleum, and what I do is instead of buying like computer chair mats, which are like, you know, for a really big one for the studio would be like $150 to $200, I just go over and buy a sheet of linoleum and roll it down on the floor, and literally it's only like 40 bucks, and I replace it every year because it gets stained. You can see over there it gets stained like crazy. I drop a lot of A's and paints on it, but you know, if you go over to like, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, you can get yourself a sheet for like 40 bucks as long as you have a nice flat floor like wooden floor or VCT tile or whatever. You can utilize that and not actually, you know, waste money and stuff, and you can use it as for like a chair mat basically. You can see over here, this over here is usually where I have all my boxes stocked up for commissions, but I pulled them all out. You can see over here I'm going to be taking all this stuff out and getting that all cleaned up. And then over here, you can see this is kind of where I paint and everything. So I got all my paints and stuff like this. I like to have all my paints over here so I can see them all in colors. I know exactly where they're at and I can grab them. And then over here is where I, you know, airbrush. So this airbrush booth is going to be redone a little bit too. This art table that it's on is something I also had from art school. And what it is this table is raised too high, and a lot of this stuff is getting bigger and bigger, so my arm is always raised up in the air. So I'm putting a kitchen table in here because I'm taking out my kitchen table, which is a lot lower and way bigger, and it doesn't have all these feet at the bottom in the way, so I can utilize a lot more space underneath the thing. So this is going to get lowered. Probably the tubing that goes out into the garage, I'm probably going to maybe redo that too. It all depends on how I start rebuilding this area. So my friend's taking that art desk when he gets a chance, so that's gone. And then all this stuff over here is gone as well, as you can see. So we're going to be utilizing everything better. So basically the idea I came up with is I have a relative, cousin, who actually owns a kitchen cabinet business. And I asked him if he had any kitchen cabinets in his storage that are either broken, defective, maybe clients returned them or whatever. So he said, let me go through his storage. He found 3 cabinets that were all the way in the back that had been there for a long time, that were, I guess, either defective or something was going on with them. And he says, you're more than welcome to take them, because he said that he was going to do his spring cleaning anyway this year and probably get rid of them. So he was kind enough to donate them to me, and it worked out pretty cool. So we'll go over to the garage and I'll show you exactly what I'm coming up with, and then hopefully by the end of the weekend, at least this will be all kind of cleaned up. I'll have more room, and then you'll probably see as the videos go on, the desk will sort of evolve on top of it, because I'm not sure how I'm going to do shelves. I don't know if I'm going to probably get more like, you know, basically clear drawer, stuff like that, and put on the desk over on the side, or if I might want to build some more shelves of the extra wood I got. So let's go over into the garage and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, we're in the garage, and this is what I got from my desk now. So when I contacted my cousin, I asked him, I said, look, I'm going to be building a desk, and I want to make life a little bit easier. Do you have any kitchen cabinets that are defective, return? Can you get any for me, like at a really good discount? Maybe somebody is building a new kitchen and they're pulling out old kitchen cabinets that are really great wood that I can utilize, just clean them up and then make a desk out of them. Because I mean, it's in the studio. I'm working with paints and resins. It doesn't really need to be pretty. I said it didn't matter if they were different colors, different styles, as long as they're pretty much the same height, I don't care. Even if they're missing drawers, I can kind of, you know, build my own little shelving into them, because I don't have a lot of woodworking tools, and I can't really sit here and build a desk all week long or month long. I got to get back to work and get stuff done, so I want to make something simple, durable, and make it work. So he went through his studio in the warehouse, and he found 3 kitchen cabinets that were collecting dust that he didn't want anymore. And he says, you know what, you're more than welcome to come and get them. I want to get them out of here anyway. So I went up and we got them. So you can see they're really nice cabinets. Really nice wood, really durable. They're not really cheap at all. I think they're fairly expensive. And they're white and pretty much all set up. So basically they're raised about 5 inches off the ground. So what I did is I cut off those pieces where, you know, like where you put your feet underneath kitchen cabinets for like that kick plate. I took those parts off because I needed this desk lower, because I don't need a high desk, I need a low desk for the way I work. And I put a plank of wood, plywood underneath both of them with rubber feet. You can kind of see those L brackets. That's pieces of cardboard on the ground just for now, so it's not touching the concrete floor. But so this way, it's not hollow underneath because it was fairly hollow there. I wanted something where a lot of dust doesn't connect underneath of it. Plus I needed some kind of plank of wood so I could get the rubber feet on there too, that are kind of like not falling underneath the hollow area. So that's what I came up with there. The third one he gave me, which I really didn't need, but I took it anyway, I came up with the idea where I put up this piece of plywood. I sanded this down, I stained this piece, and I put that on top of there because it would look like that if I didn't. And I put roller feet on the bottom of them. So this is going to go next to my airbrush booth, because sometimes I get these really large items that I have to put on the floor, and it's really pain in the ass to get it. So this piece can actually roll next to me near the airbrush booth, and I can put stuff on top of it. I could turn it, I could roll it, and I won't have to be on the floor trying to paint something. So, you know, it's a fairly big piece, and that should work out pretty cool. Now, for the top of the desk is a plank of maple. I basically went over to Home Depot. It's an 8x4 sheet of maple wood, 3/4 inch. They go for like $60, $70. So what I did is I measured everything up. I designed it how wide I wanted it, how deep I wanted it, and all that stuff, and I just had Home Depot cut the pieces for me. So it's actually a 7-foot by 31-inch piece now. I got it home, I sanded it down, I stained it up so it's a nice poly stain now, nice and smooth. And what I do is I have L brackets over here, as you can see. And the L brackets are going to go underneath of it, and it's going to lock it all into place underneath of it, because I don't want to drill on top of this. I wanted this to be a nice, flat, smooth piece without anything on it. I want a nice long desk. So this is going to be set up where L brackets are locking it in place. And it's going to kind of have a lip in the back because I have baseboard heat. So these things got to be pushed a little bit forward. So I got that plank of wood underneath there. That's going to go on the back of the desk to kind of lock everything in place. Another sheet of linoleum that's a little bit bigger for the floor. And then as you can see back there, I got some planks of wood from the piece that are sitting back there. And what's going to happen is as the desk evolves, once I get it all put together, I might build shelving on the back of it that could set up on the sides, left and the right of it, and just maybe go from there. Or I might get plastic pieces. I'm not really sure yet, but I just wanted to show you guys what's going on. Maybe if you guys are building yourself a desk and you don't have a lot of woodworking tools or know how to woodwork and you want to make life easier, this is kind of something a little bit cheaper. I know there's a lot of guys out there who can do amazing woodwork and really build something nice and has the tools and time, and that would be great. But for me, I just got to get something done and get back to work and just make my life a little bit easier. So I'm the type where, you know, I could go over, I could buy a couple cabinets, put a plank of wood on it, and I could run and get back to work, and life's easier. So I'm going to get back to cleaning now, and hopefully by Sunday, everything will be set up and done, and we'll come back and show you how it all worked out. Okay, so got the desk all together today. Got the door handles on them best I could. Got the tabletop on. Everything is set up. Got a lot more room now. So a lot of the stuff now I'm going to be bringing in the garage that was in that shelf, going to all these drawers, so that's going to make life a lot easier. And one of the coolest things about this is these drawers are pretty deep, and it doesn't actually slam shut. So it's got those automatic closing things. So those are really cool drawers for you. So the tabletop's all installed onto it, all L brackets, so there's no screws going down on it. I got my new mat there. Clean out all the shelves up there. I gotta just clean up a little bit more, as you can see all that. And then over here for the airbrush area, this is how this is set up. So this is an old kitchen table that I wanted to get rid of anyway, so it's great to be in here. This little 3-drawer container now will hold all the stuff that I had on those drawers at the bottom of the floor there. So now everything will be kind of clean in a way. And tomorrow what I'm going to do is hit Home Depot and redo my piping here for the airbrush booth, because now that this is lower and further, these don't reach. Plus I wanted to get rid of these anyways. This was just kind of like a fast setup when I first moved into this house, so now I'm going to redo it. So now we have a bigger table, comes out a little bit further, and a lot more room to hold these bigger statues, so this is going to work out pretty good. So I just got a couple more tweaking to do tomorrow, and hopefully everything will be done and I can get back to work this week. Okay, let's do a little quick 360 of everything. We're still messy, but as the next couple weeks and months go on, this stuff will all get organized and evolve a little bit better. But for right now, I think we're done for the weekend because I got some more stuff to do and I have to get back to work tomorrow. So you can see everything on top of the desk is a mess, only because this drawer right here has got that broken plastic piece still, and I won't be able to get to it till next weekend. From my cousin. So right now we're not putting anything in these drawers until I can repair that, get underneath, repair it, and then start putting everything in. So you can see I'm just kind of leaving stuff up there, and I haven't had a chance to get any of those plastic containers at home Walmart yet, so we're kind of just being in limbo for right now. But the desk is great. It's perfect size. I was sitting in it, you know, working on some stuff before just to test it, and everything's looking great. So you can kind of see I'm starting to bring all the stuff back in from the garage, all these statues. This is kind of where I put everything when I'm working on them, and repairs and all that stuff. So you can see all that set up. So now for the airbrush booth, this is what I came up with. So I did is I cut off the airbrush part that kind of came down in an angle. So now I could get back and forth to the window and stock stuff up over here. And what I wanted to do is, after some thought, this is just a temporary fix until maybe later on in the year we could do something better. Just because the idea is I got tired of having the airbrush booth locked into one spot. Sometimes I work on really big items where I need the table space, so I could push this airbrush booth backwards now and I could do stuff. Or if I need to work on something smaller, I could bring it forward and sit down and paint. And this way it's not, you know, it goes back and forth. So that's why I went with this bendable, you know, stuff for now. It's not pretty, but I tested it and it works out fine. So I think, you know, probably in the fall, before winter, I'll put a PVC pipe going across, and then I'll get the bendable stuff and we'll bend it down, and then this way this could move back and forth all over the place. So that's kind of my setup for now. Everything's still a mess and all that stuff, but it works pretty good. So you can kind of see we got a lot of room in here. All the commission boxes are back there. I had to get them out of the laundry room because I had to get some clothes done. But you can see how everything gets stacked up pretty fast. But that's where we're at. So the idea is, the way I designed the studio is I can sculpt here. I can do what I need to do here. And then when I need to paint something, I just turn the desk or chair around and just go over here and start painting and do that. So that's my setup. Hopefully you guys like the way it came out. I'm still kind of evolving. If you guys got any other ideas or options or links to anything that's really cool, let me know. Maybe I'll give you guys some ideas if you're ever building a studio or you want to build something really cool. You go from there. I would love to build a better desk, but the thing is, the way this house is, I have a very small house, so I don't like leaving stuff in the garage. So I figured a nice desk to work, all the statues over here, and then paint behind me. So that is the desk setup. Hopefully you guys like it. Let me know what you think. If you got any other links to maybe some good shelvings or stuff you could stack on a desk, link it below. And thanks for watching. So we'll be back with some more videos.